Today is 17th of April 2023. Yesterday we talked about the three kinds of wrongful thoughts which can be dispelled, which can be removed by having accurate aiming, vitaka or samma sankappa. Then after we talk about the sati, which develops, which generates by the presence of the accurate aiming and energy. And yesterday we talked about the nature of the mindfulness sati. Sati has nature of non-wobbling or non-superficiality. It does not float away from the object, but it penetrates into the object, it sinks into the object, it plunges into the object. That is the nature we mentioned yesterday about the sati. That is why when we are trying to observe the presently arising object, we have to apply enough energy, we have to aim accurately and apply enough energy so that we can penetrate into the object. One thing I forgot to mention yesterday is the object of the mindfulness sati is the presently arising object, not the object which has already risen, not the object which will arise. The object, the meditative object of Vipassana practice, of this meditation that we are practicing, is the presently arising object. For example, rising must be noted when it's rising. The presently arising object, not the arising which has already arisen, not the rising which will arise, but the rising which is arising. Similarly, falling is not the falling which has already risen and gone, but the falling which is arising, not the falling which will arise. Similarly, mental objects like thinking thoughts, not which have already arisen, but which is arising at the present moment. Similarly, unpleasant sensations, not which have already arisen and which will arise, but the sensation which is present at the moment. So, in this way, the meditative object of the Satipatthana meditation or the sati is the presently arising object, which is arising at present moment. Because we are practicing Vipassana meditation in order to develop the Vipassana knowledges and then after to develop the path and fruition knowledge. To develop Vipassana knowledges and path and fruition knowledge, the object must be the present object, neither past nor future object. By noting past or future object, we cannot develop the knowledge. So that's why the object of the Vipassana meditation is the present object which is arising at present moment. If I have to give a very simple and general example, now yogis are knowing the sensation in abdomen while observing rising and falling, like tension, tightness, hardness, softness, coolness, warmness, etc. So just imagine, is it possible to know this sensation by observing, by trying to note the rising and falling which have already arisen, or the past object which have already passed, or whether it is possible to know these sensations in rising and falling which will arise in future. So of course not. So that is why we have to observe the presently arising object. So we have to observe the presently arising object, and when we observe, we have to try to penetrate. So penetration is the nature of the Sati. And again, if we penetrate into the object, if mind is well penetrated, well plunged into the object, then mind hardly wanders, mind hardly disperses. So many yogis often have the question what we can do in order to not to wander, not to have lots of thinking and thoughts, not to disperse the mind. So very simple, and the general answer is, in order to penetrate, we have to penetrate into the object. We have to develop good qualified mindfulness. And we can have example like the small papers or the dried leaves easily can be blown away even by the small gust of wind. But the pole or the pillars which are well buried or which are well grounded, dig into the ground, so can be hardly blown away by the wind. Similarly, if the mind is well penetrated into the object, then mind hardly wanders and disperses. But if mind is superficial, not well penetrated, then easy to wander, easy to disperse. So that's why whenever we observe rising, falling, or sensations of the body, or if it is walking meditation, movements of the legs, if it is daily activities, then the performances, actions must be observed, and we should try our best in order to penetrate into the object. So if mindfulness is present, if mindfulness is there, we have already mentioned mind penetrates, then it keeps the objects always in view, and the objects become face to face with the observing mind. So this is what happens when mindfulness is present. And then yesterday I promised that today I will talk the immediate benefits that we can enjoy by having mindfulness. So now on we will talk the immediate benefits that we can enjoy having mindfulness. Mindfulness protects the mind stream, protects from unwholesome mentalities or from defilements. When mindfulness is present, unwholesome minds, mentalities or defilements have no chance to arise. It functions like a gatekeeper or the doorkeeper or as a guard. we have seen the doorkeeper, gatekeeper, or the guard. What he or she does, doorkeeper, guard protects the compound, office, or house, or apartment, or hotel, etc. His or her duty is to protect, not letting to admit the useless people and the bad people. That is the duty of a gatekeeper, doorkeeper, or a guard. Similarly, mindfulness is the protector of the mind-stream. It does not admit the kilesas. So the protection is there. When mindfulness is there, protection is there. When mindfulness is present, the mind is protected. Protection is there. And this is what yogis realize by themselves. Oh, because of the mindfulness, my mind is well protected by the kilesas. Or yogis realize, oh, there is no anger, there is no greed, no envy, no jealous, no proud, no conceit, nothing, none of the impurities are present. So you can just imagine when you are noting rising as rising, or maybe at that time you are knowing the sensations, tension, tightness, hardness, etc. While you are knowing, or while mind is well penetrated into the object, so just imagine whether at that time anger is present, or greed, envy, jealous, proud, any of these kilesas is present or not. Of course not, because mindfulness does not let to enter in our mind stream these kilesas. So mind is well protected at that time, so protection is there when mindfulness is present. So the protection is called in Pali arakha. So arakha is there when mindfulness is present. So not only arakha, not only the protection. Again, let's think about the example that we have just taken. Doorkeeper, gatekeeper does not just not admit the bad people or the useless people, but it also blocks or the defends when bad people or the useless people are about to enter. So not just taking care, not just protecting, but also blocking or defending is there. And that is called in Pali avarana. So mindfulness protects, that is arakha, and defending and blocking is called avarana. Similarly, mindfulness not only protecting but also defending, blocking the kilesas which are about to arise. So it defends, it blocks. And at the same time, if in case like anger, greed, etc., the unwholesome mind or mentality arise, then immediately realize and note. What we do, we note and we dispel again. We dispel, we destruct. So in this way, mindfulness is functioning. Mindfulness is protecting, defending, blocking, and removing, dispelling Immediately we note and it dispels. In this way, mind becomes well protected. And it is called as Gutti. Having protection, having defense or blocking, our mind become well protected or safe. The protected or the safe situation is called Gutti in Pali. So the stronger protection, the stronger the defense, and the stronger safetyness is there. If the mindfulness is not strong, then the protection is also not strong. Guardianship is also not strong. Means easy to arise the kilesas, easy to enter the unwholesome mind and mentalities. That is why we should try our best to make our mindfulness stronger. In our house, in our compound, our apartment is not well protected, then thieves or robberies are easy to enter. Similarly, if the mind is not well protected, kilesas are easy to enter. So at this moment, what we are doing is, we are doing prevention first. We are preventing not to arise the kilesas in our mind stream. Then after cure is the second option. In case if the kilesas or unwholesome mind mentalities arise, then we note immediately, instantly, then we cure, then we dispel, then we demolish them. So which is the better one, which is the best one? We know, we have heard many times that prevention is better than cure. Prevention is better than cure. In medical field also we use prevention is better than cure. Similarly, in the meditation field also, prevention is better than cure. We have to prevent first, then the second option is to cure. In the medical field, in order to keep our body healthy, in order to not to get sick, we have to use the precautions. We have to be precautious in order to not to get sick. Prevention must be there. We have to prevent to not to get sick. The very predominant or the obvious example is, we can take the pandemic, the corona pandemic. The best way is to prevent, use the precautions, not to be affected by the corona. That is the best way. We have to use the precaution, because we do know that if we become affected by the corona, then it is not easy. It is a serious case. So similarly, in order to not to arise the kilesas, we have to prevent by observing presently arising object. That is the precaution we are implying, and that is the best one, because kilesas are very harmful. Like the corona, the kilesas are very harmful. It causes suffering. That's why the prevention is better. And again, if we become infected by the corona, what we need to do immediately, we have to cure it. We should not delay. We should not delay to cure the corona. Similarly, when kilesas arise, then we should not delay. We have to cure immediately, and curing here is noting. If anger is there, note immediately with full energy. If greed is there, note it with full energy. Then we can cure it, dispel it, remove it. Kilesas are many times worse than any sickness, because diseases, sickness harm us only in this life, but kilesas will harm in each and every life. We get suffering, we suffer by kilesas in each and every life. So that is why the kilesas are many times worse than any disease. So then we have to be more precautious to the kilesas. In many suttas or in discourses, Buddha compared the kilesas with the fire. Like a fire is very dangerous. If we misuse, it can be terrible. So that is why firefighters know very much about the fire, how dangerous, how terrible. So that's why they are very precautious about the fire. Even with the spark of a fire, they are precautious. So we use many precautions in order to not to be caught by fire. So then nowadays we use many fire extinguisher, like in monastery, at home also nowadays we keep fire extinguisher. Why? We know how dangerous the fire is. It can destroy the whole house or the village or the city or the jungle or the rainforest. Everything can destroy. So that's why we use many precautions. Similarly, we have to use the precautions, mindfulness precaution, to prevent the kilesas not to arise. Then if arise, then immediately we have to use the fire extinguisher. We should not delay, otherwise will destroy, will damage a lot. Mind will be damaged a lot. So this is another example about the prevention and cure. So that is why we are trying to develop the mindfulness in order to protect our mind from the kilesas, and at the same time, in case kilesas arise, we are trying to cure immediately. By applying precaution of prevention and cure, we are protecting our mind. So hence, if mindfulness is there, mind is well protected, safetiness is there, while mind is well guarded. So that is called good deed. In this way, not giving chance to arise or not admitting the kilesas in mind stream. When it is about to arise, we defend, we block, and when arise, immediately, without any delay, we remove, we destroy, or we knock out. So mind become free from kilesas, means there are no rooms for kilesas. Mind become free from kilesas, no anger, no greed, no envy, no jealous, nothing. None of the impurities are present when mindfulness is present. So freedom is there, deliverance is there. So we are having freedom or deliverance from the kilesas, and that is called mutti in Pali. And when mutti, deliverance, is there, then another benefit immediately we enjoy is calmness of the mind. Because kilesas make our mind uncalm, like shaking, like wavering, trembling, simply not calm, no peacefulness, no calmness of the mind. We have often experienced, we have many experience about that. So, but when the kilesas are not present, when free from kilesas, then mind becomes so calm, so peaceful. So that is called in Pali Santi. So Santi is calmness is there when mindfulness is present. So in this way, if mindfulness is there, we have arakha, protection, we have defense, blocking, then we have guardianship, mind become protected, then the deliverance or the freedom is there and calmness is there. By having even a single mindfulness, these all benefits we can enjoy all at once. So all at once means arakha also, avarana also, gutti, mutti and santi. All these 5 benefits we enjoy all at once when mindfulness is present. So these benefits we can enjoy while observing rising as rising. Let's say we note rising and mindfulness is present. Means we enjoy all these benefits. We are enjoying at that time. We are having these benefits. Again, if we note falling mindfully, then again for second time we enjoy or we have these benefits. Again, if we repeat rising, falling, then for third time, fourth time, we enjoy all these benefits. If we are noting again, thinking and thoughts mindfully, at that time also we are benefiting. If we are noting sensations, whether pleasant, unpleasant, mindfully, then at that time also we are benefiting. If it's walking meditation, we are noting the movements of the legs mindfully, then again these benefits. And daily activities like standing, sitting down, stretching, bending, whatever we do, if we are doing mindfully, then we are enjoying these benefits. Let's calculate by the time period. Let's say on mindfulness 1 second. Then in 1 minute, if continuously, in 1 minute if we are developing the mindfulness continuously, then 60 times we can enjoy all these benefits. If 5 minutes, then 300 times we can enjoy all these benefits. If it is full 1 hour, then 3,600 times we can enjoy all these benefits. So this is what we are just talking about, the mindfulness. In fact, at that time, aiming mind, accurate aiming is present, energy is present, other good mentalities and present. So we have already talked about the benefits that we can enjoy by having energy and accurate aiming. So those benefits also we are enjoying at the same time. So that means within a second, if mindfulness is present, we enjoy lots of benefits. Let's take it in opposite. If we are not mindful for a second, then for a second we are missing these benefits. If for 1 minute we are not mindful, for 60 times we are missing. If for 5 minutes we are not mindful, then 300 times we are missing. If we are not mindful for an hour, then 3,600 times we are missing all these benefits. So if you don't want to miss these all benefits each and every second, what you need to do is you have to be mindful. Knowingly or unknowingly, we are enjoying these benefits like a calmness of the mind. Your knowledge, your concentration is not yet strong. So that's why the calmness is still very subtle, hard to see, hard to recognize. So that's why you may not know that you are benefiting, you are having these benefits. It is because first is your concentration, knowledge is not sharp enough, not strong enough. That's why you cannot see these benefits. Second is the calmness that you are developing is still subtle, because not yet to develop the strong mindfulness, yet to develop the strong concentration, yet to develop the strong wisdom. When mindfulness, concentration, wisdom becomes stronger, then the calmness, peacefulness also becomes stronger. At that time, easy to realize, easy to feel the calmness and the peacefulness of the mind. But at this moment, it's still subtle. But it's there. Although can't see, can't realize, it is there. There are more benefits we are enjoying. Today we have not enough time to talk those benefits. But you have to understand that when mindfulness is present, mind is well protected. There is no disturbance of the kilesas. Mind is being free from kilesas and mind is calm. Calmness is there. So in order to enjoy these benefits, so try to develop the mindfulness each and every moment, while sitting also, while walking also. And not only in sitting and walking, but also in daily activities. In daily activities also, if we are mindful, we can enjoy these benefits. Means if we are mindful from the early in the morning to until we go to the bed, then all along the day, throughout the day, we can enjoy all these benefits. If you are mindful in meditation hall, you can enjoy these benefits. If you are mindful in dining hall, then in dining hall. If you are mindful in a room, In fact, in Satipatthana discourse, Buddha mentioned to be mindful in washroom. So if we are mindful in washroom, then in washroom we can enjoy these benefits. And opposite, if we are not mindful in washroom, not benefiting. In room, if you are not mindful, no benefits. In dining hall, if you are not, then no. Again, if we are not mindful, even in meditation hall, we are not enjoying these benefits. So means those yogis who keeps talking when going back to the room, when coming from the room, walks together, keep talking. There are still some yogis who I don't know why they are still keep talking when they go back to room, they walk together, keep talking. I don't know why they are still doing. It's already been 1 week. It has been already 1 week. So means they are not benefiting at that time. There are no many days remain in our hand, only few days remain. So within these few days also, if you try harder, you can improve a lot. And I would like to request the yogis to do more slowly. Of course, some yogis are already doing slowly, so need to do more slowly. From tomorrow, try to do more slowly. Those who are not doing, try to do slowly. Who have already, so try to do more slowly. And the next I would like to request is, now try to note the intention mind when you are about to do something. Like when you are about to open your eyes, not wanting to open, wanting to open. When you are about to close, then wanting to close. When you are about to stand up, not wanting to stand up, wanting to stand up. Then only standing. When you are about to sit down, not wanting to sit down. When you are about to stretch or bend your hand, when you are about to bow down. So as possible as you can, please try to note the intention mind of the actions. Doing slowly and noting the intention mind really helps in order to improve in mindfulness concentration and in order to develop wisdom as well. So try to note the intention mind. You will have more control in your bodily action. You will be able to develop more controlling power of mind by noting the intention mind. And it also helps to develop the insight knowledge. In future, it will help you to develop the insight knowledge into cause and effect. Cause and effect. And if you start to note from now on, in nearest future, you will be able to note the intention mind of the minor activities, like a blinking of the eyes. You may have never imagined that we can know the intention mind of blinking eyes. You will be able to do that. Even the minor movements of the fingers, intention to swallow the saliva, intention to sneeze, intention to cough, intention to move the slight movements of the head, all the bodily activities, you will be able to note in nearest future. So that's why in order to be able to do so, from now on try to note the intention mind as possible as you can. So that's why try to note the intention mind as possible as you can and try to do slowly. And by being able to do so, may you be able to develop mindfulness each and every moment. And by development of mindfulness, may you be able to enjoy all the benefits that we have mentioned today, and may you be able to improve. Within these few days, may you be able to progress a lot, and very soon be able to develop the insight knowledge. Sadhu.